Boom shakalaka, what is going on, everybody? Randall here from Crypto Love. Welcome to this special live stream episode Q&A. Ask me anything and we'll tell anything on this Q&A live stream episode. Hopefully it's playing for all of you. It's playing for me. So let's get into things. To begin with, guys, I just want to say congratulations to all of you in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Look at this. In the past month, Bitcoin is up 50%. We would call that 50% in some places, but some people will call it 50%, depending on where you're from. You know how long that would take? That would take 500 years for you to earn that in your bank account at 0.1%. Congratulations to everybody in Bitcoin and crypto. ETH up 22%, DOT up 52%, XRP down 61%. Woo! Yeah, sorry, XRP Army. Woo! I know. And all of you holding Tether, you're about break even. But you're still, surprisingly enough, holding Tether, you're actually up 0.67%, which is still 0.67 times 12, so 12 times 6, 72%, 72 times better than you would get at a bank account. Just holding Tether. Amazing. And just think, you could hold it in a Celsius wallet and earn almost 14% on that. So what's up, everybody? Oh, yeah. Boom shakalaka. In case I didn't say that before, welcome everybody. What's up, Carlos, Eric, Crypto Time, Marlon, XR Pay, oof, XR Pay me, haha, Rabo, Adam, Almeida, Christopher, 80mate, 710. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. If you have any questions, make sure to ask them if you want to. And if you at me in the chat, I'll be more likely to see it for the questions. But, guys, times are good. Happy New Year. It's New Year's Day, the 1st of January, 2021. Thank God 2020 is over. Coronavirus is over. COVID is a thing of the past. No more. Totally gone. Just take your mask off, go outside, go kiss people you don't know, because COVID's over. Now, again, congrats to everybody in Bitcoin and crypto. It has been an amazing year in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Absolutely amazing year. I mean, in March, we saw Bitcoin price touch like $3,000 some dollars, and then from there now it's $30,000 and it's well on their way up. I don't know about you guys, but I just got a stimulus check today, an extra 600 buckaroos, an extra 600 reasons to buy more Bitcoin. I already bought crypto with it. All right, I'll tell you towards the end of the episode what I actually bought if you want to find out. So what will Bitcoin dump soon? We're going to get into that shortly. Before we do, I just want to leave you guys very happy. So guys, okay, Willy Woo, he talks about $200,000 as conservative by the end of 2021. He's now looking at $300,000. The current market on average paid $7,456 for their coins. You are all geniuses. Everybody in Bitcoin and crypto right now, you are all geniuses. People who are holding cash, people who are living paycheck to paycheck, There's one thing that differentiates the rich from the poor. The rich buy assets, the poor don't. They buy liabilities. If you're buying Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, you're buying one of the best performing assets of the past 10 years. Not only that, you're buying it before the banks and other institutions enter it. So you are doing way better than everybody else. You're all geniuses. You all pat yourself on the back. You are a genius. Not only that, guys. Okay? Not only that, because there is some crazy stuff going on with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies recently. And I'm not talking about XRP being a security. We've known that for years. What I am actually talking about is this right here. All right? On Coin98 Analytics, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust bought over 2.5 times the total Bitcoin mined during December of 2020. What was the average price December 2020? Somewhere around $20,000. So they're buying 2.5 times all the Bitcoin mined at a premium, over $20,000. You think they're buying to lose? But they're not the only guys buying it, because we also have PayPal, we have Cash App buying it. There are a ton of these companies buying up Bitcoin to sell to retail investors. Sure, but they're buying it up because they're not going to make a loss on it. Not only that, we also have companies like MicroStrategies and a whole bunch of other ones buying up Bitcoin at an amazing clip. As a matter of fact, guys, the number of entities with a balance greater than 1,000 Bitcoin is the highest of all times. Or at least since 2016. I don't have a chart going back before there. But it's the highest since 2016. Okay? It peaked right around July 2016. And then I think one of two things happened. So number one happened was that the whales, the people who had mined it back when it was like 20 cents, they started selling it because they wanted to buy Lambos. And obviously you have to sell it to buy a Lambo. That's number one. Or number two was in the beginning of 2017, we had all these Bitcoin forks. And so a lot of the larger investors, the macro traders, got kind of scared of the forks because they did not know what that was going to mean for Bitcoin. And so they sold, put their money somewhere else. And as we can see here, until about January of 2019, we have a low. But since that point, people have been accumulating Bitcoin. The number of balances with over 1,000 Bitcoin is at all-time highs. That means the hodlers are at all-time highs. That means, if you can actually read into this, that the number of Bitcoin available on exchanges is at an all-time low. So every time a retail trader goes and buys Bitcoin, it affects the price so much more, because when these giants like Grayscale and like PayPal and Cash App and MicroStrategies are buying Bitcoin, they're doing it over the counter. They're doing it on Coinbase Custody. As a matter of fact, we have proof here from CryptoQuant. These big red lines with the green little cherry on top. Okay, they kind of look like really tall trees. Okay, these big tall trees, those are points when Coinbase is moving Bitcoin from Coinbase Pro, where retail people can trade it, and even institutional investors can trade it. They're moving it from Coinbase Pro to Coinbase Custody. So they're taking Bitcoin away from the pool that can be traded, and they're giving it to hodlers. That means that any retail buying increases the price that much more. So, question earlier from somebody else. What is going to happen to Bitcoin? Is it going to dump? And obviously, because I can predict the future, I know the answer to that one. I mean, duh, right? Well, I should first say I can't predict the future, okay? But these are my thoughts. All right. So as we can see from this chart, these are the average monthly returns for Bitcoin. We see October, November, big months, also April and May. Now, I don't agree with this chart 100%. I think it's more November, December, and like May, June, July. But the chart being what it is, historically, January has not been a great month for Bitcoin. Be it taxes, be it Chinese New Year, be it whatever it is, Bitcoin doesn't really do that great in January. So could Bitcoin price tank? Yeah, it certainly could, for another reason I'll tell you in just a second. But I do want to stress the Bitcoin price leap indicator shows, or at least suggests, it's happened 4 times before. That means there's a 5 out of 6 chance, that's like 83% chance, that Bitcoin will be $100,000 by May 4th. The reason for this is that every time that Bitcoin spends 100 consecutive days at an order of 10, so 10 to the 0, 10 to the 1, 10 to the 0, 10 to the 1, 10 to the 2, 10 to the 3, 10 to the 4. Every time it does that, it goes up a whole nother order of magnitude within half a year. So it was at $1 for 100 days, went to $10. $10 for 100 days went to $100. 100 to 1,000, 1,000 to 10,000. Well, guess what? November 4th, it was at $10,000 for 100 consecutive days. That means by May 4th, Bitcoin will be at $100,000. 83% chance. I like to play by probabilities. I can't guess more than that. I like probabilities, science, math, STEM. Fuck the STEM education. Fucking education. It's all stupid. They just want your money. Okay? Don't go to college. It's retarded. Just start a business on your own. You don't need an education to do that. You're just going to lose money and lose your life by going to school. Don't fucking do it. Drop out and be a winner. Most winners are dropouts. You know, they found out, I heard this study the other day. They found out that of the top CEOs in Fortune 500 companies, the ones that did not graduate high school made on average 30% more than the ones who graduated high school. Fuck school. That's all I can say. By the way, This is family-oriented programming. We don't curse at all in here. So, this is my answer to will Bitcoin go up or go down? Here it is. Bitcoin's been in this trend for a while. I've been talking about it since since right around end of December, December 20th or so, when it was testing the 50 MA4, the 4-hour MA50, this blue line. So it's in these white lines, this bullish megaphone. It's getting squeezed towards the upper bound of that by the 4-hour MA50. And I've gone on, I just extended it until it actually intersects, which is around January 9th. So within about a week, okay, within 7 days, we should have a breakout. Now the breakout could go up, and then this top bound of the bullish megaphone would become new support, or we could go down to where we could retest a few levels. I don't know. Okay, I would think from a macro sense, meaning looking at everything, looking specifically at this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and oh, that was it. But looking at all of those things, I think it's very likely that Bitcoin could go up. But I've been in Bitcoin since 2017, and I've seen it go down a lot. So, there's a part of me that's like, it's gone up. It's bound to go down. I mean, when's the knife going to fall? However, you don't buck the trend. That's one thing that I've learned. Okay? You don't buck the trend. In a bull market, the price goes up. In a bear market, the price goes down. Well, if we take a look on a longer time frame, we have been in a bull market since anywhere between, let's say, December of 2018 to March of 2020. You could say either one of these would have been the beginning of the bull trend. I would say specifically March of 2020 was the beginning of the real bull trend to where we see a bull trend. Don't buck the trend. Now, the price may come down to find support. It may, because you can't go up forever. Eventually, the buy orders get exhausted, okay? And then there's a little bit of sell pressure until we have some more enthusiasm. But all this price movement that we've been seeing recently, guys, this is only retail price movement. This is not the over-the-counter trades. They don't get put on the order books. They don't affect the price. All they do is affect the supply of Bitcoin. And I don't feel that the actual supply of Bitcoin is shown in the price until months later. Kind of like what's happening with all the printing of US dollars right now. Last year, 2020, the US printed 25% of all the money they've printed since 1776. They printed it in 1 year. However, the value of a US dollar did not go down 25% in 1 year. It takes time to catch up. Same thing is going to happen with the supply right here. So I think potentially the price could go up. We could find support on the top of this, and the price could shoot up even higher. Now, if that were to happen, where specifically do I think it would go? Well, and then if it doesn't happen, I'll tell you where it goes to. That way, I'll leave you happy no matter what. I don't know why I keep doing that. Just for fun. So if we take a look with the fib retracement here. All right. Now let's see. There we go. That's a little bit better. So we look at the fib extensions. The first fib line right around $30,000. We're pretty much there. Okay. If we break through there, and I should note that this top here, this point of inflection here, is at $32,000. So if we break out to the top there, it would be breaking above $30,000. So if that happens, there really wouldn't be much more resistance until around $46,000 to $49,000. And then again, not until $76,000. So we don't have much resistance above where we are now. Bitcoin is poised to make an absolutely huge jump in price. If this happens, I've been saying for a long time, once we have 2 to 4 times the previous all-time highs, so once we have between $40,000 and $80,000, that's when real retail FOMO is going to start happening. That's when people are going to start losing their shit. And that's when the price is really going to start skyrocketing. So we're in an absolutely crucial period right now. However, for all of you pessimists out there, for you guys who want to buck the trend and piss on my happiness and whatever. If Bitcoin price goes down, here's the likely areas where it would go down. So first, we would find support on this 4-hour MA50. And it would be right here around $28,000. Okay? If it breaks through there, there's a little bit of support right here, the 26th area. But more likely, we would find support, this big whale cluster right around 23.4. Okay? And then if it really goes down far, we could potentially see it going all the way down to the bottom of this bullish megaphone. But guys, that's at $22,000. Still above $20,000. Still above previous all-time highs. So that's a lot of talking from me. What do you guys think? Oh, what a fucking douche turd, this crypto love asshole in the chat. I hate these people, but whatever. Anyways, let's make him a moderator, right? All right. You guys have any questions? My mom, could you share your chart you have open right now? I don't know how to share it. You guys can look at it and make it up. That's part of doing the charts. I'll have to look up how to share charts. Any question? Back up at the top. I told you guys I would answer questions. So let's see. Let the crypto black hole fill up. How much Bitcoin do you think you should own to be a millionaire in the next 10 years? I think 1 or less. I mean, listen, if we look at the... who did that stuff? That was the stock to flow model. Look into Bitcoin's stock to flow model. Okay? If we take a look at this, if we look into Bitcoin and we look at the stock to flow model, all right, each halving, Bitcoin goes up an order of magnitude. So it was in the $10,000 area this last halving. Now it's going to be in the $100,000 area this halving. Then it'll be in the $1 million area. And that's what happens, because you have to remember, or maybe you don't know this, I don't know. But every halving, the block reward is decreased by half. So the amount of Bitcoin that miners get for mining a block drops by half. Okay? And at the same time, most likely because of that, the value of Bitcoin goes up an order of magnitude. So we have one exponential function going down, we have another one going up. And continually, so you say in the next 10 years, well, this is this year, 2021. So 2025, we have 1 million. 2029, we have 10 million. So if you want 10 years, that's 2029, you could only own 0.1 Bitcoin and be a millionaire, according to the stock to flow model. Let's see. What other questions do we have? Life in Thailand is awesome. You guys have to go. If you've never been, you've got to go to Thailand. It's the most amazing place in the world. Let's see. Okay, you guys. When will ETH pop? Yes. My feeling, you should watch a video, and let's see if I can find it. I think what you have to type in is don't buy Bitcoin, don't sell Bitcoin. I forget. Crypto love, don't buy Bitcoin. No, don't buy BTC and sell alts. I think that's what it's titled. There we go. This video right here, okay, it's called Don't Sell Bitcoin and Buy Altcoins Now. I made it a year ago in Bulgaria, and it clearly explains how the cycles move Bitcoin and altcoins. Okay, first Bitcoin pops, then roughly about a month later, altcoins pop. Okay, the best time to actually buy into altcoins is 2 weeks after the top of Bitcoin. So, when will ETH go up? When will it be best to buy ETH? I would say probably around the top of Bitcoin. Where's the top of Bitcoin? I don't know, 70,000 plus. But that doesn't mean I'm not buying ETH now. It just means I'm not dumping everything into ETH. Hi, Dreamy. Hey, Fritz. How's it going? Oh, goodness. Let's see. Is ETH better than Bitcoin for 2021? Okay, here's another video you should watch for the answer to that. No, it's 32 ETH. Who would own 1 ETH? Seriously. I made a whole video, 1 Bitcoin or 32 ETH, which will get you rich quick. So this actually takes a look at the answer. Is it better to hold 1 Bitcoin or 32 ETH? The short and the long of the answer is there's more possibility for larger percentage gains with ETH, but there's more guaranteed gains with Bitcoin. So if you're looking to get rich as quickly as possible with the least amount of money, it might be in your best interest to buy ETH. However, if you want to just set it and forget it, Ron Popeil style, like I like to do, just hold Bitcoin. All the privacy coins are screwed. Yeah, they're getting delisted. But you know what? That doesn't mean that the value of them is going to go down. People still want privacy of their money, and they're still going to use them. So they're just getting delisted from exchanges. It just means they're not going to get traded. Is it okay to just hold for the next 10 years and buy on the lows rather than trade? I am totally against trading. 5% of people who trade make money. The rest of them are liars and losers. That's basically it. Like I said previously, I like statistics. I like probabilities because they're true. Okay? Anybody can tell you, oh, I made $1 million trading last year. Just buy my system. Anybody can tell you that. Very few people can actually do that. Especially beginner traders. The best traders have stuck with it for years, and they have inside information. So, I think you're better off just buying and holding Bitcoin and waiting. If you're going to buy and hold, buy Bitcoin and wait. Maybe with some of your portfolio, buy some alts, and when they pop, sell them for Bitcoin. And here's why. Because if you look here, Willy Woo, Twitter degenerators and oscillators. Not Twitter. I want this. The top 2,400 coins. Out of the top 2,400 coins, it looks like something's coming out of my head. The top 2,400 coins, 10 of them are oscillators, which means they're good to buy and trade against Bitcoin. The other 2,402 of them are degenerators, which means no matter what, you're losing against Bitcoin. Bitcoin here in black, always going up. The rest of altcoins, degenerators, aka losers. Okay? Now, that's just my opinion. Obviously, other people have other opinions, and everybody who's telling you to trade Bitcoin and trade altcoins is telling you to sign up using their Bybit affiliate link, because every time you sign up, they get $640 and you get $640. You know how Bybit affords that? Because you get liquidated. You lose all your money you put into Bybit, and half of it goes to the influencer, half of it goes to Bybit. You lose completely. I don't do that shit. So, that's why I'm against trading. However, if you do like trading, some people want to trade, some people, no matter what you tell them, they've got to touch the stove themselves. Check out cryptofacecrypto.com. Nope, it's Cryptoface Crypto. This dude, Cryptoface. Out of all the traders out there, he's actually a legit trader. And he has a system that's legit. And he has a Discord group that's legit. And he'll actually help you trade. He has a whale crew. He gives all his best trades. And he has a system, market cipher, that works really well. So, if you guys want, use that. Check out Cryptoface. He has free videos on YouTube. You don't even need to buy his platform. You could just search Cryptoface, and you could watch all of his videos. He trades live. He doesn't say, oh, I made $1 million doing this. He trades live in front of you. You can do the same exact thing as he's doing. So check him out if you actually want to be a trader. But like I said, only 5% of traders win. And oh, you want the proof for that? Here's the proof for only 5% of traders win. Look up richest people in the world. Bill Gates, not a trader. Jeff Bezos, not a trader. Warren Buffett, not a trader. Mark Zuckerberg, not a trader. This guy, not a trader, not a trader, not a trader, not a trader, not a trader. They're either investors or they're business owners. If trading was good as people say it is, all of the top richest people in the world will be traders. And none of them are. Scoreboard. Yeah. Cryptoface loves Doge. There's a good reason Cryptoface loves Doge. Okay? Doge is one of these oscillators. If we actually take a look down here, there's 3 oscillators right here on this chart. You can see maybe just to my left. The green one is Doge. The orange one is Lumens. And the blue one is Litecoin. Doge is an oscillator. It's a great coin to trade against Bitcoin because its value goes up and down against Bitcoin. So you buy it when it's low, you sell it when it's high. It's one of the easiest coins to trade. That's probably why he loves it. All right. Do you earn interest on top of your crypto? Yeah, absolutely. 100% I earn interest. This is not only do I earn interest on my crypto, but this is one of the best investments I have ever made is buying Celsius. Okay, so I've been talking about Celsius for over 2 years. Let's see, Crypto Love Celsius. I actually was talking about them at their ICO years ago, back in I think it was March of 2018. I covered them. Oh, I got to put my name in quotes for all of them to show up. Because everybody loves crypto, duh. All right. So, if we do that, somewhere here we go. Back in March of 2018, I did an ICO review of Celsius. I've done interviews with Alex from over 2 years ago. Alex is a triple unicorn. You know who else? There's like 10 people in the world who are triple unicorns who have had $3 billion businesses. Alex Mashinsky, the CEO of Celsius, is one of them. You know who's another one that you guys know? Elon Musk. He's the same level as Elon Musk. He created Celsius, and it's the coolest thing because it's a very secure way, very easy wallet to use. You can put your crypto in there securely, and you can earn insane rewards on your crypto. How much is insane? Well, when we scroll down there, look at this. On your ETH, you could get 7.2%. Your Bitcoin, 6.2%. Check this out. Synthetics and Matic, 22%. Stablecoins, 14%. Sitting there securely. Yes, I earn interest on my crypto. And yes, I pay taxes on it too, because you got to do it. Oh, here's another question that people may ask. So sell now at $5 and change. Is it still a good buy? And I would say 2 things. Number 1, CoinMarketCap. So the answer to that is yes and no. All right. If we take a look at Celsius chart, once it loads, and we take a look at the Bitcoin comparative, it is at all-time highs in Bitcoin comparative. For something to keep going up in Bitcoin comparative is very improbable. It generally doesn't happen. Okay? So there's going to be a point where Celsius goes down in Bitcoin comparative. So it's unlikely that right now it's at all-time highs. So maybe not a good time to buy. Maybe. However, I would also like to point out that this all-time high is not after a Coinbase listing. Okay? It's not after a Binance listing. If you look at the places you can actually get Celsius, there's Uniswap, there's Liquid, there's HitBTC, there's Switch.io, there's 1inch, there's CellSwap. So you can't get it everywhere. Imagine what could potentially happen after it's available on one of the biggest exchanges like Coinbase or something other. So I don't know the answer right now, whether it's a good time or a bad time, because there's arguments for both. Could be a bad time because it's all-time highs in Bitcoin comparative. Could be a great time because it's still not listed on one of these giant exchanges. So who knows? Do I use Coinbase Earn? Yeah, for sure. Any way to get extra crypto for free is awesome. What about Litecoin? It'll still probably go up because when people look at CoinMarketCap, this is how I imagine people get into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. I mean, this is what I did 3+ years ago. But this is probably what people do. They hear about Bitcoin. They're like, what's that thing that only has a limited supply? And if I buy it, then, I mean, what's going to happen when all of them get mined? When are all of them getting mined anyways? And they look at Bitcoin and they're like, $29,000, I can't afford that. And then they see Ethereum, Ethereum, $731, I can't afford that. And they're like, Tether, $1, ooh, that sounds better. Then they actually do some research, find out Tether, it stays at $1, you can't make much from that. Then they're like XRP, and they're like, dude, XRP, yes, I'm joining the XRP army, hell yeah. But then they type XRP into Google and they find out that XRP is a security and the price is just going to tank. And then they see Litecoin and they're like, well, Litecoin, that's kind of like the silver to Bitcoin's gold. Well, why not? I mean, that's what I imagine. And then the people who didn't buy into that either buy Polkadot or Cardano. That's basically it, okay? Because they're like the cheapest ones out there. They're like 17 cents. Just imagine it's like a penny stock. If I buy 100 of those, if it goes up like 3,000 times, then I could be a billionaire. Oh, that's what happens. So the short answer to your question is Litecoin will probably go up because it tends to follow what Bitcoin does. It has a limited supply like Bitcoin, although it has 4 times more. So there's 84 million instead of 21 million. However, it doesn't have, Bitcoin is like Coca-Cola. Litecoin is like, I don't know, Mountain Dew something Rush. Okay, nobody really, it's probably more than that. I don't know. I guess it's not like Pepsi. Ethereum is Pepsi. So Bitcoin is Coke. Ethereum is Pepsi. XRP is, I don't know. Okay, forget that analogy. Here's the thing. If I had a choice to buy Bitcoin or Litecoin, I would buy Bitcoin every day and twice on Sunday. So that's the answer to that one. Can I explain why people say Tether pumps Bitcoin artificially? Well, because basically, people trade back and forth between Tether and Bitcoin. And also, there is some other stuff with Tether affiliated with Bitfinex Exchange and a whole bunch of scammy stuff going on and how Tether's not actually back. So aside from the argument about Tether being a scam, we'll push that aside. I've done videos on that. You could search for them. Probably type in like Crypto Love Tether scam or something like that. But aside from that, basically, Tether just keeps printing more and more Tether. They keep releasing more Tether. Like every time there's going to be a pump in Bitcoin price, Tether just keeps on increasing more and more. If we take a look at the market cap, you can kind of see this. And basically what people do is once they feel that Bitcoin price is going to go down, they sell into Tether, Bitcoin price goes down, and then Tether inflates the price a little bit. So see how the market cap just keeps going up? And is this all of it? Yeah. So basically, the amount of Tether has gone up insane. This is all of it? When is this? 2015. Yeah. So basically, the amount of Tether in circulation increases dramatically, this blue line, right before we have an all-time high in Bitcoin price. And so they create a whole bunch of Tether, and then people buy that Tether, and then nobody knows if it's actually backed. They say it is, but they haven't done any real showing of that. I still have a scammer here. Gosh, there's scammers galore. I mean, when you have like this many people in a chat, of course there's going to be scammers. All right. When are we getting a Crypto Love coin? I'm not going to get a coin. That's my coin is Bitcoin. Just bought 0.25 Bitcoin. Well, that's awesome. Is that 0.25 or 20? Okay, 0.25. I was like, damn, you just bought 25 Bitcoin. Somebody's rolling in some dough. But dude, that's awesome. That could be worth like $2.5 million in a few years. What do I think about Bittrex delisting privacy coins? Not worried about it. Because exchanges, listen, okay? If you remember, this is way back, 2010, 2009, October 31st, 2009? No, October 31st, 2008. Okay, there was this person. Could have been a he, could have been a she, could have been a he and a she, or an it. Published this white paper creating a peer-to-peer digital currency. He did not say we need exchanges for this. He said, hey, we have these nodes, and these nodes will verify the longest chain. That longest chain is the one with the transactions we will trust. And we don't need centralized entities. You may have heard of this. It's called Bitcoin. Okay? The he, she, it was called Satoshi Nakamoto. So, let's go over here. Bittrex, centralized exchange. Who the heck cares? Monero, all these other privacy coins, don't need them. If you want to trade them, still don't need them. Could trade them on Uniswap. You really don't. It matters the least bit ever. As a matter of fact, people who actually want to keep their privacy would only use decentralized exchanges and privacy coins. So it matters that much. Probably the price will go up because of it. Maybe a little bit down in the beginning, but probably up. Let's see. How low do I think XRP will go? Well, I'd mentioned that in a video the other day, but let's see if I can find it. XRP BTC. Let's do that. TA is dead on XRP. I don't know. I kind of called this XRP crash before it happened. Even without all the crap happening with XRP, I definitely called this this price crash on it. And I'll show you why. What do I think about VeChain? Maybe. I don't think that anything's really going to move until Bitcoin stops moving, because everybody's putting their money in Bitcoin because they think it's going to keep on going up. Once Bitcoin stagnates or the price comes down, we'll see movement in altcoins. But until that happens, not going to see much. What happened to my damn lines? Was it not this one? Okay, it wasn't this one. Cardano or Polkadot, it doesn't matter. I only have like 1% of each of those in my portfolio. I'm not really bullish on either of them. I think they're degenerators. They're not going to do much. And even if they do, not going to really compete with Bitcoin in the long term or ETH in the long term. That's my opinion. Here we go. This one. Which cryptos do I have in my portfolio and approximately what percent allocation to each? So, Bitcoin is about 65% of my portfolio. ETH is about 15%. That leaves about 20% for the rest. So of the rest, the coins that I have the most invested in would be Celsius, Synthetics, Matic, Ren, and then I have a little bit of Cardano, a little bit of Polkadot, and do the hokey pokey and turn yourself around, because that's what it's all about. Oh yeah, Chainlink. I also forgot I have a bunch of Chainlink too. Duh, forgot. Band Protocol, I don't have that much of them. However, I'd love to get a job with Band Protocol, because their offices are in Bangkok, like literally a block from where I used to live. And I used to go to the gym in the building that they're in. So if any of you know people at Band, tell them Crypto Love wants a job. Ooh, yep. Yeah, it's happening. It's happening. Here we go. So I call it like literally right back here. Maybe the daily is better. I can't tell. Okay. When XRP, no, I guess the weekly was better, but screw it. When XRP was in this wedge right here, I was like, there's some pretty serious downtrend resistance going on right here. It popped up. Everybody was like, oh, I love XRP. It's going to $420. And I was like, you know what? It's probably going to keep on coming down this wedge, and then it'll probably break down into this area because that's what happens when you have a downward triangle. Okay, it ends up breaking down into this area. Well, eventually this line of support broke through there, and then I was like, if it's going to find support, it better find support here at around 1500 sats, or else bad news for XRP. It broke through there. So the next resistance level is literally the next support level is literally the lowest support that XRP has ever had at 51 sats. That's basically where it's headed. Now, could good things come from this? In the short term, XRP is probably going to bleed because it's getting delisted from exchanges. People are panic selling. This is all FOMO. In the long term, could potentially work out for XRP if they get listed as a security on, let's say, like some of the normal stock exchanges. A lot more exposure. This would be like the first cryptocurrency listed on stock exchanges. And if that happens, then the price could go way back up. But who knows? This guy knows nothing. That's right, James the Waffler. Thanks for writing that. Are you a waffler because you like blue waffles? Is that why? Happy New Year, everybody. Forgot about that. Can't find Chainlinks on Trezor. I know I transfer them there. Any tips? I don't know. I would try typing that into Google. I lost my Chainlink on Trezor and see what happens. When do I think Chainlink will pop off? I don't think anytime soon. Here's why. Where do we go? Chainlink. This is why I don't think Chainlink will pop. I mean, all of the altcoins won't pop off until Bitcoin stops moving. When will Bitcoin stop moving? I think potentially maybe around May, but then also potentially around October. So after that, yeah, we'll probably see some alt season. But when will Chainlink pop off? Look at this. Chainlink, Bitcoin comparative. All right. Chainlink has just been losing in Bitcoin comparative since August. It's just been bleeding in Bitcoin comparative. It's going to keep on bleeding until it gets down to somewhere around whatever this is in sats. I don't know why they don't show it on here. Whatever. So once it comes down to these lower levels, then it'll stop bleeding. Then we might see some little pumps in it. But I don't think it's going to skyrocket. It'll keep going up in dollars. But if we take a look, I mean, this is just look at the difference at looking at something in dollars. Looks like Chainlink just keeps on going up. It's just going to keep going up. It keeps popping. The only reason it's doing that is because Bitcoin's going up. Okay, in Bitcoin comparative, you're losing. And I say don't hold anything if holding Bitcoin doesn't do better. What do you think about the graph? I made a whole video about it. Watch the video. What am I more bullish on Link or Sell? Ooh, that's a good one. I like both of them. And I think both of them are going to keep coming down in Bitcoin comparative for a while. I think long term, yeah. I think, well, they're tough. If I had to like, I would go 50-50 on Sell and Chainlink because I think they both so listen, Bitcoin gets its value from scarcity. There's 21 million. That's it. Everything else gets its value from network effect. So Chainlink, tons of use cases. Everybody uses Ethereum. Nobody uses Cardano. Nobody uses Polkadot. Everybody uses Ethereum. And in order to connect Ethereum with stable coins or with DeFi, we need oracles like Celsius. Clear use case, very large network effect. That's how Chainlink gets its value. Celsius gets its value, same reason, network effect. A lot of people using it. People are like, hey, I have Bitcoin sitting here. I'd like to earn 6% on it. I'll just put it in my Cell wallet. Right now they have 280,000 users. That's going to keep on growing. Not only that, but they're one of the best solutions for earning yield safely on your cryptocurrency. So when all of these institutional investors, all these big players like Paul Tudor Jones get into crypto, they don't want their Bitcoin sitting there doing nothing. They're going to want to earn yield on it. They're probably going to use Celsius. So that's why for both of them, I think there's great use cases. What happened to Salt? It just wasn't good. And okay, so like Celsius has liquidated like 3 people. And only because they kept contacting those people and those people never ever paid. And so the price just dropped so much on their loans that they just removed that much to pay off their loans. Nexo liquidates like everybody. Okay? So, and Salt probably did the same thing. They just weren't good use cases. Like Celsius does everything for the community. All of the interest they make on everything they loan out, 20% goes back to the company, 80% goes to the community. It is an absolutely community-oriented project, and that's why it's going to do well, because it's for the community. Let's see. Everybody uses Ethereum today. Yes. Everybody used to use Blockbuster Video. Yeah. So that's your case for Cardano. And yeah, well, here's the thing. In order for people to stop using Blockbuster Video, they have to start using Netflix. Okay? So once somebody creates the better Ethereum, great. But for the time being, Cardano's just trying to create Ethereum again, but a little bit faster and a little bit easier to use, which every other person's been doing. So I don't see how that's going to do a Netflix. No, I just thought Vet was a good buy in that video that I made. I still think it has a lot of use cases, and VeChain's one of those ones that pumps a lot because people get this like supply chain FOMO all of a sudden every once in a while. So there will be some news in China and people will be like, "Oh my God, VeChain is a supply chain FOMO." It's happened like 3 times in the past 3 years, so probably once a year. But it just happened, I don't know, 6-8 months ago, so still need another 4 months for that. Do I think Bitcoin will make a correction anytime soon? Honestly, no. Honestly, no. Here's why. Honestly, no. Because corrections come from, basically Bitcoin price is based upon 2 things. The amount selling and the amount buying. So the sell pressure and the buy pressure. When the buy pressure is higher than the sell pressure, price goes up. When the sell pressure is higher than the buy pressure, price goes down. Right now, one company, Grayscale, is buying up 2.5 times of all the Bitcoin. Buy pressure is super high. Not only them, we have Cash App, we have PayPal, we have MicroStrategies, we have One River Digital Group, we have all these other people buying up, you and me buying up Bitcoin. The buy pressure is insanely high. Because of that, I think it's likely that price will go up and we'll see Bitcoin actually break to the upside of this bullish megaphone. XRP dead. No, XRP just has to change. Grayscale also bought millions last night in XRP. Well, that's great. I mean, they're smart. They buy at a discount, but they're buying Bitcoin at a premium. What about wrapped Bitcoin? Ooh. Well, if you really want if you want your Bitcoin to enter the DeFi ecosystem, yes, there's use case for wrapped Bitcoin. And actually, as a matter of fact, I started buying a bit of REN and also synthetics because those are used in the creation of wrapped tokens. So like REN BTC, SBTC. So I think that potentially with the growth of the DeFi ecosystem, those have potential to grow quite a bit. That's actually what I spent my stimulus check on, my $600 stimulus check. I bought half of REN and half of synthetics. But wrapped BTC is going to do exactly the same as Bitcoin. It's a 1-to-1 ratio with Bitcoin. So whatever Bitcoin does, wrapped Bitcoin does. Who wants my private key for ETH? Blockbuster Video, right? I miss Blockbuster Video because you could go in there, you could peruse the videos. I always used to rent Ski Patrol and this movie Speed Zone, which was like, I'll show you. You guys probably wouldn't look it up if I don't show you, so. Because it had some I think it had a red Lambo. Here we go. Yes, it had a Lambo jumping a police car. I can't even tell you how many times I rented this movie. Look at that. Bam. Speed Zone. There was this one, and then there was also Ski Patrol. And I probably rented that at least once a month. Used to hit on chicks in Blockbuster. I rented the Super Nintendo console from there. Wow. Yeah, remember that? Video games. Ugh, wonderful. All right, whose price prediction model is my favorite and why? Well, I think Willie... Oh, no. Well, I think in terms of timeline and price, those are two different things. So, in terms of... There's not this one. Stock to flow is good, but I also like the Bitcoin rainbow chart. And I like this because it shows like the true value of Bitcoin, if you actually take a look at it. So this logarithmic regression, if we take a look at these bottom three rows of the rainbow, the dark blue, light blue, dark green, this is kind of like the true value of Bitcoin because it sits in this area most of the time. And then we have a little peak where it pumps out of there. So right now we're just outside of the fair value of Bitcoin. So I like this one in terms of looking at price, and it kind of gives you a good idea of when to buy, when to sell. Like I mean, me personally, I kind of look at this thing a lot because I'm like, is it a bubble yet? Is it a bubble yet? I'm asked that all the time. Is it a bubble yet? Is it a bubble yet? Still not a bubble yet, surprisingly. Even as high as Bitcoin is, still not a bubble yet. Plus, it kind of gives you a scenario. Like, let's say that Bitcoin got up to, let's say it got up to like $46,000, and you start asking, well, is this a bubble? You can actually take a look, and you could wait until 2024, and then it wouldn't be a bubble. It would actually be the fair value of Bitcoin, which is pretty cool. So you can do all that stuff with the chart. I like that one. I also like, in terms of people who I think are really accurate with Bitcoin price predictions. So one is Willy Woo, and I mentioned his thing right back here. So his prediction is $200,000 to $300,000. I like a lot of the stuff that he does. I also like on TradingView, I like Trading Shot. And Trading Shot, what's it called? 49-51 ratio, something like that. Here we go. The 51-49% ratio. I think this is a good indicator of when we will see the top of the market. This is one thing that I'm looking at all the time to try and figure out when it is. So Trading Shot is the guy's name. I think he's a very accurate trade. He makes very accurate charts on TradingView. And he took a look at the last 3 cycles, and he takes a look at the time from the bottom to the halving, and then from that he extrapolates out where the top would be. And it's basically a 51% happens before, 49% happens after. So we have the bottom here to the halving is 51%, then 49% predicts the top perfectly. Same thing happened here. So bottom 51% to the halving, top predicted perfectly. For this halving, it predicts the top at the end of September, beginning of October 2021. So that's where I think the top will likely be. One beard to another. Hello, John. Will Bitcoin price come down again to $5,000? You're right. No, never. It could. I'm a realist. No. I mean, listen, I knew getting into Bitcoin that it could go to zero. And I sometimes look at this, like, what's the worst possible case scenario that could happen with Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin could go to zero. How could Bitcoin go to zero? Well, back before the Bretton Woods conference, back before the gold standard, the U.S. had some law that they basically took the gold back from everybody. I forget the name of the law, but they made it illegal to hold gold. And then they made the gold standard. Okay, well, let's say they decide to make the Bitcoin standard, and then they make it illegal to hold Bitcoin. Now, I don't think that they could do that because Bitcoin, again, is decentralized, and I don't think it would affect the price as much as like what they did with gold. But let's just say they make it illegal to do Bitcoin transactions. They figure out some way to do all that. Bitcoin goes to zero. So that's possible. Is that likely? No. No. It's possible, but it's very, very unlikely. More likely is that one of the scarcest resources ever, the hardest money ever, is going to go up and up and up and up and up in price. And that's just what's going to happen. Like, this is the first monetary thing ever where retail investors have gotten into it before Wall Street. We beat Wall Street to it. Wall Street is just starting to flood in now. Like, we're already in it. We already know about it. They're still like, Bitcoin, that's it's not working that well as a peer-to-peer currency, is it? Can't go buy my Starbucks with it. And you're like, shut up, douche turd. I can use, a crypto.com credit card and buy it with Bitcoin if I wanted to, but Bitcoin's not really a currency anymore. If you want to use something that's a currency, use another cryptocurrency. So, long answer, will it go down to 5,000? Probably not, because most likely what's going to happen, and this is all speculation, who the hell knows what's going to happen? I certainly don't. I'll be the first to admit that. I don't know what's going to happen. But I think likely Bitcoin price will go up somewhere between 70 and 300,000. Now, let's say 70 and $500,000. It'll peak around October of 2021, somewhere between 70 and $500,000, and then the price will probably come down to like $20,000 to $40,000, and that'll be the next low. But like I said initially, I can't predict the future. I have no idea. When do we pay with crypto in daily life? Guys, get a crypto.com credit card. I can do that. I mean, I've done that, but I don't, because I prefer to just collect it. It's like collectible. It's like Pokemon cards. You just go get a crypto.com card, or they have like a PayPal card. You can just go to crypto. Nope, can't even spell crypto.com. And all you have to do is stake some crypto.com coin. You can get a card. I've gotten my card. You can use it everywhere. You can compare the card tiers. There you go. Look at this. If you want to stake a boatload of money, they'll give you a whole bunch of shit. I got one of these green cards, but for free, you can get one of these blue cards. You get 1% cash back on your crypto. It syncs up with your crypto.com wallet, and you basically just load it up, and then you can spend whatever you want. So if you want to go buy Starbucks with Bitcoin, you can just buy it by swiping your damn card or inserting the chip or waving it or whatever the hell else you do. All right. Well, what if the government banned using crypto? Yeah, I don't think that would be a big deal. What are we trying to say? They can't stop it short of shutting down the internet. They can make it illegal, but people will still use it. And this is something that actually, like, up until this time, governments created money. Like, governments printed fiat money, and that gave them the power. All of a sudden now we have something brand new that no matter what they want to do, they can't stop it. We've created a protocol, okay, called cryptocurrencies, where all of a sudden anybody can create a cryptocurrency at any time, and as long as it gets the network effect, gets enough people using it, it has value. All right? And we have the smartest people in the world working on it. And governments can try and shut it down, but it's kind of like those old Looney Tunes, the thing like, well, if you can't beat them, join them. That's basically what's happening right now. Okay? Governments, institutions realize they can't beat Bitcoin, so better join them. All right, cool. So I think this thing is going about long enough. Any other crazy... Ooh, could Flare token replace XRP if they lose a lawsuit? Yeah, if Flare is not considered a security, that could be crazy. Flare could be the new XRP. Maybe that's why they're doing that airdrop. That's a good thought. I never even thought about that. That's a good one. Can I use a new moderator with 3 years Bitcoin experience? Yeah, of course I could. Email me, the email on my about page. Because people write dumb shit. Let's see. Do I still dollar cost average? Yeah. Dude, I still dollar cost average. My parents dollar cost average. My friends dollar cost average. I told everybody about it. Because dollar cost averaging, you said it once and you forget it. That's it. I did it on Coinbase. But actually, here's another thing for all of you guys who are like, but can you dollar cost average Cardano? Because I want to dollar cost average ADA. I love Cardano. I was just thinking of like shake weights and Cardano. But anyways, back to something serious. 3 commas, dollar cost average. Now, I haven't actually done this, but I heard about it. And 3 Commas has some dollar cost average bots. I saw Crypto Wendio did a whole video on it. So, if you want to do that, type in Crypto Wendio, DCA, 3 Commas. Trade and profit with, nope. Get rich in your sleep with the dollar cost average bot, 70% off. There you go. If you want to, watch her videos on dollar cost averaging using 3 Commas, because you can actually use this to dollar cost average your Cardano. Oh man, crazy. Damn it. Come on. Let's go down to the bottom here. Okay. What do I think of Lumens? I think Lumens actually has some potential. What's the sell? Oh, what's the Crypto Love Sell referral code? For all of you guys who want sell and want to help out the channel too, you can type in Crypto Love Celsius. And then if you click on this video I just made 2 days ago, Sell Network, could $185 make you a millionaire realistically? And then down in the description, there's my sell referral code. Join and get $20 of Bitcoin. Pretty cool. So that's how you all can help out the channel and get Celsius. But anyways, what do I think of Lumens? I think Lumens potentially has a chance because as we saw here, is it here? No. As we saw here, nope. As we saw here, nope. As we saw, where the hell did we see it? I'm lost. Maybe we don't see it. As we saw here. Yes, there it is. Okay. Look at these 3 oscillators. Litecoin, Lumens, and Doge. 3 oscillators. Not to mention, Lumens is not Ripple, so possibly not a security. But also, they're aiming to be the cryptocurrency for the central bank digital currencies. Like I think they already worked with one small country, I forget, like Romania or something like that. But they're aiming to be the blockchain for building a central bank digital currency. That's the way central banks are heading. Central banks are trying to do away with other banks with negative interest rates. They just want to be able to have a direct link with every person where they can reward you based on a social score, kind of like China. And, well, Lumens is trying to position themselves to be the blockchain to do that on. If they do, there's a lot of money, trillions and trillions of dollars that could be added to Lumens, so potentially could do well. USDC will move from Ether to Lumens in 2021. There you go. How about that? Icon live without a background. What program are you using? Oh, how do I make my thing live without background? What program? I'm using OBS. OBS, 3 letters. O-B-S. And there's a really good tutorial from a dude called, what is it? OBS. So OBS is free. And then, where's that guy? Nick Nimmin. He's who I learned from. Nick Nimmin. Check him out. He makes some really good tutorials for how to learn how to use OBS. Thank you. All right. Why is Doge looking attractive? Because Doge it's a cute furry little dog. And it's an oscillator. One of the 10 oscillators out there. Winner, chicken dinner. All right, cool. Can I explain why is so secure Celsius? Well, it's as secure as any other centralized entity. But, if you want to trust something, look at the people behind it. The CEO of Celsius is a triple unicorn. Basically, this is his $3 billion business that he's created. He created voice over IP, which you've probably heard of because Skype uses it, Zoom uses it, everything else uses it. We're using it right now. He created voice over IP. He worked for Israeli intelligence. He created Celsius. He was responsible for putting Wi-Fi down in the subways in New York City. And he's a guy who's always into building something that benefits the people who use it, as shown by his previous things that he's done. Well, Celsius, all of the income they make from loans, instead of a bank where they keep 99% of it and give you 1% of it, Celsius keeps 20% and gives 80% back to the community. That's why they're able to get these amazing interest rates, like 22% on synthetics and Matic. All right. Now, not only that, but they also insure themselves. So basically, how Celsius works is you deposit your crypto on the Celsius app, and then they keep it in cold storage, and they work with institutions who want to borrow crypto to trade it, to do whatever. And so the only time that the crypto is actually at risk for being lost is when it's being transferred from that cold storage wallet to that external investor. Now, in order for that investor to borrow the crypto, they have to leave twice as much collateral. So even if they lose all that crypto, Celsius already has 2 times the collateral. But if for some reason something happened between the cold storage wallet and that external investor, they're insured for that, for a lot of money. I forget exactly how much it is, but if you want, I just did an interview with him. You could check it out if you do Crypto Love Celsius. And where was it? Oh, it was just one of my live streams. Let's see. That's what it is. This changes everything. There you go. If you do Crypto Love, this changes everything. This video right here, I just interviewed Alex once again. He showed he's holding $100 million on his Celsius wallet. Okay? You think he trusts it? Yeah, I think he trusts it. So, and he showed that in that video. He also answers all the questions you have about Celsius. So, check that one out. All right. Sounds like that's it for today. It's been a long video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope 2021 is so much better than 2022 with the way things are going in crypto. It looks pretty promising. Remember, guys, we're doing great so far. That's not loading. You are all geniuses. The current market average paid $7,456 for Bitcoin. You are all geniuses. So, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Have a healthy, safe, happy New Year. I love you. Peace.